Alright, so we have the Ultimate Fighter finale for 185. So it's Bryan Battle versus Gilbert Urbina. Alright, so for Bryan Battle, he's a switch hitter. He will switch stance occasionally. Lots of kicks, very kick centric in his offense. Nice kicks, lead leg high kick, lead leg kick to the body, just teeps to the legs and teeps to the body and stuff like that. Very has a lot of volume with his kicks. Much more volume than Gilbert Urbina. Gilbert Urbina, he is mostly throwing just like one punch or one strike at a time. It's either like a front kick to the body or a naked push jab. Doesn't really set it up or do anything with that, throw anything after it really. And he can get a little predictable with it, and he does show his punches a little bit too much, and that's how Tracy and Gore caught him like 4 or 5 times in the first round and a bit. Just way too predictable on the feet. Bryan Battley's got hands as well, pretty average though, pretty average hands, big wide looping shots, pretty predictable as well. Like if you pressure him heavy, he's going to dip heavy, almost to like knee level. It's a really bad tendency that he has. He'll like dip his head almost to his knees, where he could be open for a knee or just an uppercut or something like that. And then when he's dipping that heavy, he's going to throw the left hook. That's just what happens when he dips heavy. So, yeah, it is what it is. Gilbert Urbina, pretty bad striker defense. Hands low, head doesn't move a whole lot. If you do hit him good, he will back up. Doesn't have a great poker face. So, in regards to the grappling, for Bryan Battle, doesn't accept bottom position. Looks to get back to his feet immediately. For Gilbert Urbina, take the back of a turtled opponent. Looks to grab that body triangle to secure his back, to secure his opponent's back, and then, ride it out from there. So how these guys win fights. So for Battle, he's got good anti-grappling. I was quite impressed with his anti-grappling or his takedown defense and get-ups on the Ultimate Fighter. And for Gilbert Urbina, it's the striking tendencies, basically the striking defense, what we talked about for. So for Bryan Battle, the path to victory is the jab, just volume on everything. But just, the jab, pump the jab out. It's going to be connecting. Volume on the kicks as well, volume on the feet. For Gilbert Urbina, look to obtain top position if you can. If you can't, just look to cage push really. So how I see the fight going. So yeah, like I was pretty keen to see Tresean compete, Tresean Gore. Like Bryan Battle versus Tresean Gore, that would have been fun. Battle versus Gore, that just sounds like some movie shit, But this should be a good fight as well. I'm getting like fight of the night vibes, but just in like a sloppy slobber knocker type fight, like kind of a Forrest Griffin, Stephan Bonner type fight. But it's a pretty low level fight, like in reality. I don't know if either are UFC ready. I don't know if either would make it too far in the UFC, but they're matched up accordingly here. On the feet, Battle, he just throws a bit more, throws a lot more variety. Urbina doesn't mix it up really at all on the feet, and that's just how Tresean caught him so often when he was coming in. He's just too predictable, and Gore was able to make reads really quickly because he's just using the same strike and entry every time, and he overcommits to the jab and just shows it a little bit too much as well, like, telegraphs the jab. So yeah, Battle can probably just outpoint him at distance with the kicks, but I could totally see him engaging in a brawl because he seems to be that kind of fighter. Where that does, open the door for Urbina to get into the fight, I guess. The typical way that, Urbina typically wins fights, from the fights that I've watched, is that he gets your back and he sticks to it. But one thing that really impressed me with Bryan Battle was his anti-grappling, and his ability to nullify grappling exchanges, defending takedowns, getting back to his feet, etc., like that. It was pretty impressive, He seems like he's pretty hard to hold down, pretty hard to take down. Although Andre Petrovsky did take his back and control him for like the rest of the round from there, so not too confident, but I'm not too confident in his anti-grappling because it's never really been tested at a high level, but what's his name? Gilbert Urbina, he's just not really a high level, so I feel like Bryan Battle will just outpoint him on the feet and then nullify enough of Urbina's grappling to get the W, but I'm definitely not confident in this matchup. Alright, so if you guys could like the video, that'd be great. So yeah, prediction is Bryan Battle by decision, I think I said. But yeah, so yeah, I think it goes to the decision quite often, more often than not, actually. Yeah, I think it does go to decision like a lot, really. I can't remember what I said. One sec. Yeah, I said decision. So I can't see either guy finding a finish here. In regards to the money lines, you know, I'd probably play Battle. I'd probably play Battle if he was like $1.80 or minus 125 or whatever that is. If I was to play Urbina, it'd be like $2.70 or plus 170. I just want a really solid edge if I'm going to bet either of these guys. Like, it's a really low level fight. So yeah, I think Battle should win, but yeah, I'm not confident with it.